And welcome back to Sports the NEMO Way. This is Ray, filling the enormous shoes seat of Alex Holtz this evening. He is not going to be with us, along with Wade, who is also still out. But we still have a crew. We got Drew here. We got Doug here. We're going to talk about these stinking Packers and their stinky cheese.
Yeah.
And we won't bring up, well, we'll bring him up, but we won't talk about anything else. But anyway, this is 7-on-7, offense, defense. We're going to go with the offense first. Drew, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Who is your first pick for the Packers 7-on-7 offense?
I went with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
Aaron Rodgers, your boy.
Yeah.
I didn't go with Aaron.
I went with Aaron.
So I went with Aaron. I think he's more accurate. He doesn't turn the ball over as much, which in 7-on-7, that's kind of what it comes down to at the end of the day, I think a little bit. Who turns the ball over the most? Because normally it's pretty high scoring, and I think he does a better job of that than the other quarterback we get to pick from in this franchise. And he's also a little bit more mobile, I thought, than the other one. I don't know. I'm just watching Aaron Rodgers all the time. I mean, some years he only had one receiver. Some years he had a couple of decent good ones. I mean, no matter what he had, he was a pretty good quarterback. Like I said, he's pretty accurate. He doesn't throw many picks.
I mean, that is the Packers quarterback you grew up watching anyway, so that resonates to you most anyway.
Yeah, I mean. But that's it's Aaron Rodgers for you in his prime, basically, with the Packers, I think.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I'd have to agree with you. I mean, Favre was a little mobile. I mean, Rodgers.
there for a couple of years, I remember them pushing it. The whole discount and double check thing with State Farm. When he did it. Every time he just scored a rushing touchdown, he'd do that stupid. And then all the Packers were on State Farm commercials for a couple of years. They all show up.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
But now,
But no, yeah, he's probably more accurate out of the two.
I thought he was a little more accurate than. Dad, you have Favre.
I do have
Okay.
Favre.
Okay.
I thought he was more accurate than Favre. He's not going to turn the ball over as much.
That's true. But
So-
I just like Brett better. So
Yeah.
I understand. I can. We'll talk about it at the end, but
Excuse me.
I had to get old Brett in there.
I figured one of us would have Brett between.
When you think of the Packers, that's the first quarterback I think of is Brett Favre.
That makes
Right.
sense for you.
Yeah.
For me, it's discount double check. Aaron.
I don't know. I just think, yeah.
Favre was probably a little more exciting.
Yes.
wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely the gunslinger, and he'll fire that ball in anywhere, and that's why he turned it over. And Drew's right that in 7-on-7, that probably is pretty critical.
And doesn't he have the most interceptions all time? Like
I believe he does.
500 and some.
Let me see here.
Like 536 or something.
336.
336.
He threw
Man,
508
536.
touchdowns and 336 interceptions.
He just slinged the ball around for a while.
He did. He led the league in touchdown passes 4 times, and he led the league in interceptions 3 times. So,
Okay.
I mean,
you know,
they both are all-time greats. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
this is probably some of the best quarterbacking we've had to argue with, I think, with the franchises.
And they both got one Super Bowl?
yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Brett just has one. I know Rodgers only has one.
Yeah.
And what, Favre have 3 MVPs and Rodgers has 4?
Yep.
And then you have to weigh Favre had a successful trip to New York, and Aaron Rodgers isn't doing so well.
Yeah, we'll see about Rodgers' maybe Rodgers' 3rd trip afterwards. He says he wants to play football in 25, just maybe not in New York.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Favre went New York and Minnesota?
Yeah.
And so.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the
That
Minnesota
made a Super
trip.
Bowl with
Yeah.
Minnesota.
I did. Well, maybe Aaron will come to the Bears.
We don't need him now.
Hey, but wouldn't that be the Bear thing to do? Go out and get Rodgers?
Why would? Oh my God.
I'm just giving you crap, bud.
Doug, do you want a stick to jab him in the side with?
Could you imagine we hire Aaron Rodgers as our head coach?
Oh,
my
jeez.
God. Then he'll officially own the team.
If he ever tries to buy stock in the Bears, we better say no.
All right. Well, I guess it's on to me. My first pick is go to wide receiver Devontae Adams.
Yep, I got Devontae.
Yep, I got Devontae too.
Consistent, one of the best hands in the game. I don't know his stats right now, but that dude was automatic when he was in Green Bay with him.
I say his release off the line was crazy. He gets separation from anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just wild. Their connection those 2 years was insane.
Like it was like like you said, right off the line. But it was like you never even seen the separation because it's just that quick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It just happened. You're like, what? I don't know. It was crazy. Yeah, Devontae is really good. I think he still is. He's just
Yeah, just kind of soaking in the poor decision.
Yeah, the poor decision to go to Oakland.
Well,
Yeah, that wasn't his best move.
yeah.
No.
But, they kind of stuck it to him and kind of screwed him over with his quarterback choice. And
Yeah, the Raiders
Send him out of
quarterback
town.
hasn't always been the best decision making in the world.
yeah. Well, no, Devontae's top tier receiver. We all know that. We ain't got to lay anything else to that one, but
No, yeah, he's
Yeah.
definitely top tier receiver.
yes, sir. All right, Drew. I think we're back to you, senor. Oh, wait. Who all had anybody else have Devontae?
Yeah, we all
Okay.
did.
Yeah, he's in.
Okay. All right, Drewsov.
My next receiver, I went with old Jordy Nelson.
Jordy Nelson?
I did as
forgot
well.
about Jordy. Okay.
Mm,
I did not have him because I didn't think about him, but good choice.
Pretty sure Jordy Nelson was on the Super Bowl team. But he wasn't a huge role then, I don't think. But then after that, he was one of Rodgers' go-to guys there for a while, kind of filling in the gaps between another receiver and Devontae Adams. Jordy Nelson was another really good receiver for the Packers. Another guy that just felt like he was always open at the right times at the end of the games. Kind of like Jordy Nelson. But
Okay.
yeah, Dad, you got anything to add on Jordy?
No, he was just. I mean, he and Aaron had he was Aaron's go-to guy before Devontae,
Yeah.
and
He led the league in touchdowns once.
Then he slid down to New Orleans and fell off hard.
Yeah, wherever he went after Green Bay, he
yeah,
fell off hard. But
All right. I think we're back to Doug.
yep. Well, I went with another guy from kind of around that era. I went with Randall Cobb.
Cobb. Okay.
yeah, I say I have Randall Cobb as well.
See, I think I went in a different direction than you guys.
All right.
It's all right, though.
Say Cobb played 10 years for the Packers. Had 532 receptions as a Packer for 6,316 yards. Averaged about 12 yards per reception. Had 47 touchdowns. Again, he was another one of those guys that always seemed to be there when they needed him. He even followed Rodgers to New York, played for the Jets last year. Is he still playing or did he retire?
I felt like he went. Yeah, he's
I think
New
he's
York.
done. I think he's retired. So I
Oh,
don't think he's playing this year. Let me see.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not playing this year.
Yeah, see, I know he played last year, but anyway, I always liked Cobb, so.
Yeah, I never had any problem with it. I enjoyed watching him catch balls. All right, let's see. Who do I want to pick next? I'll go with the old faithful running back, Aaron Jones.
Yep. So I have Aaron Jones.
Sorry, I let you guys down. I went another way at the running.
That's all right. That's okay. All right. A. Jones. Rattle off some stats here. Let's see. 7 years in Green Bay. 45 touchdowns. 5,940 yards. Trying to see receiving here.
I just remember Aaron Jones. Don't remember. I said that like it was a long time ago. He was very dual threat running back coming out of the backfield.
Yeah,
and he caught and ran the ball well for them.
yeah, he's got 18 receiving touchdowns, so you know his hands are right where they need to be.
Yeah, I say he could definitely do both. He's probably one of the better Packer running backs, I think, in franchise history.
I mean, that's the one I remember the most. I don't remember. Who was on that Super Bowl? Who was running on the Super Bowl team?
I don't remember. Who were the running backs on? Let me see. I don't remember who were the running backs on the Super Bowl team.
See, that's just kind of fuzzy.
Let's see here.
What year was the Super Bowl?
Like 2011, 2010, something like that.
Yeah.
It's 2010. Let me see. What? Come on, show me the roster. Rushing was they had Brandon Jackson.
Brandon Jackson.
Was
Well,
their leading rusher was only 700 yards.
that sounds about right. I mean, Rodgers has been throwing it all over the earth.
Yeah, Brandon Jackson, whoever that is.
Not a clue.
Brandon Jackson was only in the league for 5 years.
Oh, okay.
That was his biggest year with Green Bay that year. Yeah, all the other years he didn't get over 200 or over 300 yards. So that was the biggest. See, I don't know. I thought Aaron Jones was a pretty good running back to pick.
Yeah.
Good dual threat option.
True that. All right. Who's next? Back to you, Drew.
Oh yeah. So I have another receiver. I went with old Greg Jennings.
Great man. I'm missing all the big time names. I don't know what I was looking at.
Oh well, I picked old Greg. He's another one on that Super Bowl team with Rodgers, and then he was the veteran receiver, and towards the prime of his career was there. Say that season he had 1,200 yards. He was on a streak. That was his third season in a row of over 1,000 yards. Greg Jennings was that dude for a while. He was another one of the solid Green Bay receivers that Rodgers had there. I mean, they had a bunch of guys there for a while, and he was one of them. But I thought Greg Jennings deserved to be on here, so
True.
that's who I went with.
It's another solid pick. I just can't believe I overlooked him. I don't know what the hell I was looking at. Freaking ridiculous. All right, Doug, what you got up next?
What running back? I went with Amon Green.
Okay, that's another one I got. Okay.
So, doing a little comparison with Green and Jones. Green played 148 games to Jones' 109. Green has 9,205 rushing yards to 6,700 for Aaron Jones. 60 TDs to 40 TDs. 378 receptions to 307. 2,800 yards to 2,300. Jones does win in yards per reception, 7.7 to 7.6. And he does have 20 touchdowns to 14. Amon Green also had 72 kick returns, 4 Pro Bowls, and 1 All-Pro. So I just thought he was a little better than Aaron Jones, so that's why I went with him.
Okay. And I guess I went with him because I've had this, I guess, a streak of getting 2 running backs on a team. So I don't know. All right. I guess I'm up again. All right. Another wide receiver for me, and his name is Donald Driver.
Oh yeah, I remember old Donald Driver.
Yep, I have Donald Driver as well.
Sweet. 14 years on the team, all with the same team, all with Green Bay. 10,137 yards, 61 TDs. Let's see. What's his percentage? Can't even see.
And he was on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he won a Super Bowl, yeah.
Kind of forgot about old Donald.
But that's like the Cobb. When I think of the Packers, it's Rodgers, Favre, Adams, Cobb, Driver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Even though Drew keeps coming up with names, it's like, yeah, I remember him too and him too. But Driver was one of them big time. I mean, he was with Favre too, and so I mean he was getting thrown to by
2 Hall of Fame
2
quarterbacks.
Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
Back to back.
4 Pro Bowls too. So must be nice to have quarterbacks on your side.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how many picks we got left, boys?
I have one person left.
I have one left.
I got 2. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go off script here. I'm gonna do one of my picks, and then we're gonna have one left.
All right.
All right. I went with another wide receiver, Sterling Sharp.
I did too.
I thought about Sterling
I put
Sharp,
Sterling on there.
but I went a different direction.
Okay.
I put Sterling on there. I thought he played long enough. I thought 7 years. He was dominant for all 7 of those years. I mean, Shannon Sharp said it best. Shannon said he wasn't even the best receiver in his family. He says his brother was better. Sterling was good.
Yeah.
You hated to see he couldn't play anymore.
65 TDs, 8,100 yards, 5 Pro Bowls, 3-time All-Pro. Is he in the Hall?
No,
No.
he's not.
Oh, yeah. He only played 7 years?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What's his injury again?
I believe it's something to do with the neck.
So I thought that was not with his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, because his last year in the league, he has over 1,000 yards and he led the league in touchdowns. 1,100 yards and 18 touchdowns for 94 catches in his last year in the
Wow.
league, and I think he just had to be done playing.
Gotcha. But yeah, Sterling Sharp.
All right, Dad, who you got?
Yeah.
My last one is James Lofton.
Yes, that's my last one.
All right.
Yeah. Oh my
Um,
God, look at this list.
Say
a lot.
Lofton had 233 games to Sterling's 112. Had 764 receptions, 14,000 receiving yards, 18.3 yards per reception, 75 touchdowns. He also had 32 rushes for another 246 yards and a touchdown. He's in the Hall of Fame. 8 Pro Bowls, 4 All-Pros. So, couldn't leave James off.
And what era did he play in? I can't remember.
Just had it. He played from 78 to 93.
Oh wow.
78 to 86 was with Green Bay. And then he did a couple years with the Raiders, some Buffalo. Played a few games with the Rams. Finished with Philly.
Okay. Well, all right, fellas, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 picks. And 2 are Unos. And Devontae's in.
Well, I'll come off Favre and go to Rodgers. We'll take care of
Okay.
that one.
Okay.
I'm fine with coming off Greg Jennings and going the Donald Driver.
Okay.
Go ahead and clear a little bit of the mess out.
Okay. So we got Rodgers, Adams, and Drivers in. Let's see. Who do I want to come off of here?
Oh gosh.
My
1, 2,
Lord.
3, 4, 5. We have 6 twos.
My Lord. Well, we can start following Doug's lead here and start comparing these receivers and start weeding them out. So who'd you have, Doug? You had Lofton over Sharp?
Yeah, I'm not sure that maybe. Let me look up the.
That's that. No. Oh. How many receivers we got? 1, 2, 4 receivers left. 2 running backs.
Yeah.
Look, you look at yards and pretty much catches. Driver, Lofton, Sharp, and Adams are the top 4.
Okay.
Yeah, Driver, Lofton, Sterling Sharp, and Devontae Adams are the top 4 in yards. They're all over. 2 of them got 8,000. One's got 96, and one's got 10,000. And they've got the most catches as well. Then Jordy Nelson jumps up, and Randall Cobb jumps up next.
Okay.
We've already got Devontae
Adams and Driver.
And Driver.
And Driver.
So we got to fill 4 spots. Yeah, let me make this a little more clear.
So Lofton is number 2 in yards. He's farther down in receptions. And Sterling Sharp is number 3 in yards, but he's a little higher in receptions than Lofton.
Okay. So what do we?
And Amon Green is on here ahead of Jones for under receiving. So
Okay.
just to throw that out there. But we got enough receivers. We might not have to go with running backs.
I mean, that's true. I mean,
That is also
really?
true. We could just, if we wanted to, we could just put all 4 receivers
1, 2,
in.
3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we could if we just want to say no running backs. Just give Rodgers 6 receivers. Let them all run around. If you guys wanted to, we could do that. I'd be down for that.
Well, you've got 6 receivers that have over 500 catches.
Jones and Green.
It's Driver, Lofton, Sharp, Devontae Adams, Jordy Nelson, and Randall Cobb.
I honestly be okay with it.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, that'd
I feel like,
probably work out better.
I feel like another
totally
pack of
honest.
receivers is probably better than with the running back, honestly.
I mean, with Rodgers at quarterback, yeah, he just
Yeah.
fucking do a bunch of fucking weirdo routes and just sling it out.
Yeah.
Works for me.
You guys go with that? 6 receivers then?
Yep.
So we got Rodgers, Devontae Adams, Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, Donald Driver, Sterling Sharp, and James Lofton. Is that his name?
James Lofton, yep.
Dang. Some really good receivers.
Yeah, Cobb, Nelson, Lofton, Sharp, Adams, and Driver, along with Aaron Rodgers.
Works for me.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds like a hell of a fucking team for him.
I think so. They all have over 500 catches. They've all got over 6,000 yards receiving.
We could barely skin together receivers for some of these other franchises.
Yeah, and the lowest touchdown total is like 47. The rest of them are 53, 69, 73, 65, 61.
So I'm fine with that team, honestly.
Yep, works for me.
All right, there you go, listeners. Rodgers, Adams, Nelson, Cobb, Driver, Sharp, and Lofton are the Packers' offensive 7 guys. Now, it's time for the defense. Drew, are you ready?
I am ready.
Who is your first pick?
Charles Woodson.
Same here.
I had Woodson. Wade would kill us if we didn't put Woodson.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
Charles Woodson was really good with the Packers and his stint there. I mean, he was good both places.
So we got him in there for you, Wade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First man.
I was about to say he could do it all.
Wait, you give me $1 later for that.
But yeah, no, Charles definitely needed to be on this defense.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with that.
Not even a notable Packer guy. He's a notable defensive player anywhere, you know.
No, yeah, he's one of the best defensive
Yeah.
players of all time.
All right, we got Woodson in. Doug, who's your first pick?
My first pick is Herb Adderley.
Good. I got him too.
I do
actually.
too.
Look at that.
Good old Herb.
Yep.
Adderley.
So he's got Hall of Fame, 5
Doug,
Pro Bowls,
Doug, Mike.
5 Pro Bowls, 5 All-Pros, 3 Super Bowl champs, 5 NFL championships. Played his 9 years for the Packers, 3 years for the Cowboys.
Okay. And he's an older guy. What was he, 60s?
Yeah, 61 to 72.
And that won't be the only 60s guy, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, had 7 interceptions, ran back for touchdowns, 9 fumble recoveries. Well, actually, forced 9 fumbles, 13 recoveries.
See, he was scooping up stuff more than a lint roller.
Yeah. So he was a pretty impressive corner.
All right, on to the third pick for the defense. And I went with Leroy Butler.
Yep.
As did I.
Yeah. So the inventor of the Lambeau Leap. So he is pretty good defensive back as well. I think he had like 38 interceptions for the
Yeah,
Packers.
Indeed.
He did.
Yeah.
And he was really durable too. Didn't he play like 100? I think it was like 180 games in a row without missing one, I believe. I think. Is it? I think that's what they said. Yeah, he set a record for the position by playing in 181 games. Durable. No.
Yeah, 181, 165 started.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, he's really good.
12 years in the league. 4-time Pro Bowl, 4 All-Pro, 1 Super Bowl title, and all 90s team. So, yeah, definitely had to be on this one. All right. Drew, what is your second pick?
Old Willie Wood.
I have him as well.
I have him as well.
Look at that. This is going to be an easy night, boys.
12-year career, all with the Packers. He had 48 career picks, 2 pick sixes. So he's second in Packer history with interceptions. He's all 1960s decade team. He's in the Football Hall of Fame. He's just an all-time great defensive back. I mean, the era he played in, still racking up 48 interceptions. Nothing to shake a stick at. Had knack for the ball. I mean, he originally was a running quarterback, so I mean, playing at least a little quarterback, he kind of knows. Kind of a smart guy, so.
Running quarterback, huh?
Yeah, that's originally what he was. And he was another free safety, so. But.
Damn it, he just recently passed away, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like February 3rd, 2020.
Oh, gosh.
83. Out of USC. Willie Wood. All right. Doug, what is your second pick?
Since I'm the old guy, I went with an old guy. Bobby Dillon.
I did as well.
I said I have old Bobby Dillon as well.
Yeah, he's the Packers' leading interceptor with 52 interceptions. Only played 8 years. But he had 5 interceptions returned for touchdowns. He had seasons of 4, 9, 7, 9, 7, 9, 6, and 1. And he was only playing 12 games a year. And pulling in 9 interceptions a good bit of the time.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, in that 8 years, he put up 52 interceptions.
Oh, my God.
Mostly he played free safety. So I'm
Right.
sure that was his job, was to be a ball hawk.
Hell
But
yeah.
he was good at it.
Yeah, I'd say so. Freaking crazy. All right. I guess my second pick, I went with a linebacker, and his name is Clay Matthews.
I don't have old Clay.
That's what, yeah. The silence kind of went that way.
I thought about Clay, but I didn't pull the trigger.
Right.
No, I just thought of him rushing the passer more. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I was like, man, I didn't want to fill it with like everybody from the 60s. So I was like, I at least want to throw somebody in here from something recent. So I threw in old Clay Matthews. 10 years in Green Bay. He came in with 6 interceptions. Interception for TD. He had 2. Forced fumbles 15. Fumble recoveries 5. Fumble recovery for touchdown 1. And 83.5 sacks and 356 solo tackles. So, pretty aggressive guy on the line. But, I don't know. I didn't want to, like I said, I didn't want to throw a bunch of old dudes in there. So, yeah, I went with old Clay.
Clay was definitely a great player.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
All right. Drew.
My next guy is old Jair Alexander.
Okay.
Say, not my favorite person in the world when the Bears playing, but he is good. I will give him that. I think he thinks he's a little bit better than what he is, but he is still really good, I believe. He's been a pretty good corner since the day he came in the league. He just seems to be everywhere. He'll follow your number 1 around. He doesn't really care.
Right.
Like he'll guard him no matter what. I know some corners don't do that. He will. He doesn't care. He'll like follow him around and do stuff. So
Oh, okay.
I think he's a really good corner. He kind of started off on one side, but then now he just follows him around.
Yeah.
Like he's had games where he just follows Justin Jefferson around, makes him mad and whatever. But I think Jair is good. Again, seeing him all the time helps. But
I didn't have him. Doug, you didn't have him?
Nope, I didn't have him either.
All right. Doug, how many
I
picks you
did
got?
go a little newer. I didn't go back in the 60s.
Okay.
I went with Tremont Williams. He played from 07 through 2020. 10 years with Green Bay. Finished up with Baltimore. While he was in Green Bay, had 30 interceptions. One ran back for a touchdown. 6 forced fumbles, 5 fumble recoveries. Say 1 Pro Bowl, 1 Super Bowl champ. So,
Okay.
and he played corner. So, trying to get another corner in there.
So how many picks everybody got left?
I have one.
I have one.
I also have one.
Go ahead, all right? We're back to you.
I went with a man
Oh no.
has the same name as me. Ray Nitsky.
Oh boy.
Oh, another linebacker.
Yeah.
And he is the linebacker for the Packers.
Yeah.
Wow, all right. So I'm the only one on that one. Hall of Famer. He's got he's back in the 60s, so Pro Bowl, 2-time All Pro, 2 Super Bowls, 5 NFL championships, the all 60s team. 15 years with the Pack Attack.
Gosh.
25 interceptions. Oh crap. And I just lost my spot. Let's see. What other stats will they have here? 23 fumble recoveries. What the hell am I talking about? 16 sacks. Wow. And that's about all the stats. Yeah. But that is the 60s, so
Yeah.
you won't get a whole lot out of there.
60s, you don't get much.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get a lot of headaches and hospital visits.
I'm sure. Sure, he's taking lots of ibuprofen for all those headaches.
Yeah. And with a side of Tylenol
Yeah.
and a dinner of bear.
Maybe not then.
Like the bear, the pill.
Yeah.
All right. Drew, you got one left?
Yeah, I got one left. My last one, Darren Sharper.
That's also my last one.
All right.
So it's a free safety basically for most of his career.
Yep.
For his career, he's got 63 interceptions, but just with the Packers, he's got 36.
Which still puts him top bunch.
Yeah, so he's up there. He's basically just a ball hawk for years. He was with the Packers from 97 to 2004. The Pro Bowler twice, All Pro twice with them. But he's just a pretty good ball hawk and safety that you can have that want lurking around in the back end. So there is a nice final addition to the team to put in the back end. Kind of had already some other corners and stuff going on, so.
Okay.
But
All right. That's the final pick in the defense. We got Woodson's in, Adderley's in, Butler's in, Wood is in, Dillon is in, and we have 5 out in limbo. So
Well, if we could get you to come to Sharper, Ray, then we'd have 6 in, and we could decide them on the last 3.
We
Oh.
each defend our 1.
Yeah, we
Okay.
each have a 1 then.
Okay.
That'd be a first. Everyone having a 1, and us all
Yeah.
discussing it.
All right. I'm taking Matthews out.
All right, Sharper's in.
All right. Oh, well, this is weird. So, Alexander, Williams, and old Ray.
All right.
Nitsky,
Yeah. Not our Ray.
which I misspelled on the thing. But
I
not
got-
on, but not on my paper.
I couldn't tell you how to spell it.
It is Nitschke for anybody out there who gave a crap about the spelling of his last name.
You almost got it. You
Yeah.
just put an H instead of a K.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, Nitschke.
it's cheeky. I don't know. I just thought Jair being younger, he's another lockdown corner. It's always nice to have another guy like that that can follow a receiver around. Because you definitely need that in 7-on-7. You need a couple of those guys, honestly, if you can, from those franchises. I think just having him, it's a good idea. I don't know. That's kind of where I was thinking with my pick. I think he can bring a little bit more table than my boy Ray Nixie. Like, just for example, obviously he can, but like if play the Packers, like a middle linebacker, I guess I'd have him guard. I don't know, honestly. Perhaps play zone or something, or
Yeah, he's not going to guard any of the Packer receivers.
I mean, he just can't man up any of them. I mean, I don't know. That's just my thing. I thought he was more of like a fill in the hole tackler, not more of a coverage guy. That was just my opinion of him. But I don't know.
And when did Williams play?
He went into like 2020.
I tell you what,
okay.
like middle, early 2000s to like 2020.
Well, between Alexander and Williams, who was faster or who was more like beefier?
I can look that up.
Well, they're both corners.
How big is? Yeah, Jair's 5'10", 200.
Traymon's 5'11", 191.
They're about the same size.
Okay.
Yeah.
So really,
Jair Alexander ran a 4.3 at the combine. What's the other guy's name?
Traymon Williams.
Traymon ran a 4.5 at the combine. Eee.
now you're really digging down the rabbit hole when we got to go to the combine.
Yeah, the good old combine.
All right, here we go. We got a 3-way comparison between
Oh, boy.
Nitschke,
Oh yeah.
Alexander, and Traymon. Games. Nitschke played 190.
Oh.
Jair played 78.
Oh, yeah, he's so blind.
And Traymon played 205.
Okay.
Interceptions. Nitschke's got 25. Alexander's got 12. Traymon's got 34.
Okay.
Interceptions for TDs. Nitschke's got 2. The other 2 just have 1.
Okay.
Solo tackles. We don't have any tackles for Nitschke. 241 for Alexander, 593 for Williams. Forced fumbles. Again, we don't have those for Nitschke. Alexander's got 3. Traymon's got 6. Fumble recoveries. Nitschke has 23 of those. Jair has 4, 13 for Traymon. Hall of Fame. Nitschke's the only one in the Hall of Fame. Championships. Nitschke's got 5. Traymon's got 1. Pro Bowls. Nitschke's got 1. Jair's got 2. And Traymon's got 1. All Pro. Nitschke's got 5. Jair's got 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Jair is still playing.
Right.
So
So interesting.
So who had the most interceptions?
Dad's guy
Tremont Williams has got the most.
Okay.
also played the longest, right?
Right, yeah. He had 205 games versus 190 and 78. I mean, Nitschke played back when they only played 12 games. So season-wise, he's probably comparable to Williams.
Yeah.
But just fewer games, only 15 fewer games. So he probably actually played more years than Williams.
Yeah, I bet he did.
But and like you said, Jair has only been there
6-7 years. I think 6. But
maybe less than that if he's only got 78 games.
yeah, it might be only 5. Working on his 5th year right
So.
now, maybe. I know he's gotten paid, so probably this 5th year.
I mean, if you're going with accolades, Nitschke's going to win.
Well, yeah.
'Cause, I mean,
Right.
he's already in the Hall of Fame. He's got 5 championships.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you know by that. But I don't know. I just think.
I would say we need to go with either Alexander or Williams. I would say another corner.
Yeah, another corner probably help us out better.
I feel like Williams is a little more efficient.
So he was definitely there longer.
Yeah, Jair's just still playing. I mean, either way, I don't care. It's fine with me.
Okay.
Well.
I guess I'll settle this real fast.
There we go. So you come to Williams too, Drew?
That's fine.
All right, there we go.
You know how much I like Jair.
Yeah, I know.
All right. And the defense is, for the Green Bay Packers, Woodson, Adderley, Butler, Wood, Dillon, Williams, and Sharper. Now, we've ended the 7-on-7 portion of this podcast. Now we go into our MVP discussion. Drew, go ahead.
So this year we're sticking with the theme of picking an MVP on a team. So far, we haven't run out of teams that don't have an MVP. So we've been able to keep doing that. Picking one of the Packer quarterbacks, we're going with Aaron Rodgers, 2021 MVP. 3 players received votes. Aaron Rodgers won 78% of the vote. 39 first place votes, I think. That's how that works. He threw for 4,100 yards, 37 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, so very efficient year. He ran for 3 more and 100 yards. Obviously.
1 reception for -4.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And then in second place, you had Tom Brady. He threw for over 5,000 yards, 5,300 yards, 43 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, ran for 2 touchdowns. And then in third place, you have Cooper Kupp of the Rams.
Go Cup.
This is his Triple Crown season. He had 145 catches for 1,947 yards and 16 touchdowns, which led the league in all 3 categories. So this is the worst or 2 of these later Aaron Rodgers ones. I mean, you have a receiver that did a Triple Crown the first time we've seen that in a while. And then you have another quarterback. Brady throws for another 1,000 yards. He throws for another 1,200 yards. He throws for 6 more touchdowns. He does throw 8 more picks. But I don't know. I don't know if this one was as close as everyone said. I think that was just kind of the narrative that year.
Because this was the Tampa Bay Brady, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And the Offensive Player of the Year that year was Cooper Kupp.
Yes.
Was Jonathan Taylor of the Colts 2nd, Tom Brady of the Bucs 3rd, and Aaron Rodgers was 4th.
What?
Yep.
That's hilarious.
Say Rodgers' completion percentage that year was 68%. Tom Brady's was 67, so pretty close to each other.
So what was the big discussion about why Rodgers got it over Brady?
What were
Do
the
you
team
remember?
records, too?
everyone made the playoffs, I believe.
Because I thought Rodgers was
Packers
like
went
9 and Oh, okay, go ahead.
Packers went 13-4. The Buccaneers went 13-4, and the Rams went 12-5. So they all won their divisions.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They all made the playoffs, and the Rams won the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay, so it's that year.
It's that year, yeah. Because Brady loses to them in the playoffs, and this is the year the Packers lose again in the playoffs to the 49ers.
Like,
Robbie Gold walks it off at Lambeau in the snow.
Oh, is that when they lost like first round or
Yeah, it was
something?
13-10. They got the first round bye, and they lost first round,
Right.
divisional round.
Well, say you know where my vote's going.
Super Cup.
The two quarterbacks had nice seasons, but Triple Crown. Yeah,
That's true.
That's,
That's true.
I'm pretty happy with that. Go to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Win the Super Bowl. That's it. Really fast.
I believe, was he also the Super Bowl MVP?
Yeah. 'Cause
I believe he was.
He had like 100 and some yards in the game and a touchdown or two.
Yeah. And yeah, it's interesting. And then you look at the offense. I mean, he only got one vote for MVP, so I mean, he got very little, 2%.
Yeah.
But on Offensive Player of the Year, he got 70% of the vote, and Aaron Rodgers only got 4%. He got 2 votes.
Yeah, well, normally they give the Offensive Player of the Year to the non-quarterback
Right.
nowadays to compensate for it.
And Jonathan Taylor had a pretty good year. He had
Yeah.
1,800 rushing yards and 18
Yeah,
touchdowns.
no, yeah, he had that's his monster year.
Another 40 receptions with 360 yards, another 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, no,
So, yeah, Taylor had a good year.
Yeah.
he ate it up.
I mean, that's kind of all we had, really, I thought. I can't remember who the quarterback was. Was it Gardner?
Was it that or was it one of the Matt Ryan years?
Oh, yeah, it might have been Matt Ryan.
Was it Matt Ryan or Phillip Rivers? One of those two.
Oh, it might have been Phillip Rivers, actually.
Let's look.
I can't remember. It's like
It's one of those 2 years. I'm pretty sure.
It's like me standing outside the club with the gate locked, and it's just like, oh, you want to come in? Come on in, Matt Ryan. Oh, you're done, Matt Ryan? Oh, okay, come in, Phillip Rivers. Whoever wants to come in the Colts club, just come on in.
Where's this at? Colts that year went 9-8, second and.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I don't even see. I didn't even see. Let's see who your leading passer. Come on. Oh, this is the Carson Wentz year. You went 9 and lost to the Jaguars the last week of the year. And you didn't make the playoffs. Yeah, I remember that.
Devastating stint. Oh, yeah, I remember that because we had the Hard Knocks in season that year.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because they would talk about Wentz's family a lot.
Oh.
Or at least they had a good section about it. All right.
Well, do we want to say who we all vote for? You can start, Dad, since we know you're.
I vote for Triple Crown, Cooper Kupp.
Okay.
All right, Ray, who you got?
I mean, I don't really like either quarterback, but Rodgers was pretty efficient. But Brady threw up a lot of yards. But for a receiver, I have to say that's a pretty rare accomplishment. So I'm going to go with Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, my man.
Yeah, screw it. I'll go unanimous. Cooper.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Triple crown, almost 2,000 yards. Very reliable receiver.
I mean,
Not a diva.
When do you ever see that, though?
You don't.
Like, almost never.
Someone gets hurt or falls off. Like, he actually put the whole season together.
And cleaned it up at the end.
Yeah, and he kept going through the postseason. It's not like
Right.
And he's not a diva.
Yeah.
Well, and I think also that year there was some talk about him breaking
Calvin's record.
Yeah.
He almost got it.
He didn't. I don't think he played all of the last game. I mean, he started all 17 games, but I don't think he played all the last one.
No, he didn't.
Because he came out and said, I'm doing 17. Calvin only had 16. So, and I think.
Okay.
I just don't think he really went to
all
try
for
to break it.
I mean, you guys already won the division and were.
Right.
I think he played a little bit, but nothing crazy.
I think he started but didn't go all out. Didn't play the whole last game, which makes sense. I mean, you're working for a Super Bowl. And,
Right.
he's kind of that kind of guy. He's more of a team guy than,
Yeah.
and so amazing year.
True that. All right, boys, y'all ready to get out of here?
Works for me.
All right.
Next week is the Minnesota Vikings.
There you go. I was gonna say something weird, but yeah, I guess next week is the Minnesota Vikings.
Purple People Eaters.
Yeah, we'll
Next
probably
week.
discuss them a little
Yeah.
bit.
That'll be fun. Quarterback situation.
My boy Kirk Cousins.
Oh, I've got a quarterback for you.
Oh boy. If you even say Dante Culpepper.
Oh, better than Dante.
Oh no. I guess
I'll save it for next
I
week.
guess you'll have to come back next week and see.
Yeah.
That's right.
So we appreciate y'all listening, stopping by and listening to this episode. Drew's heading out, Doug's heading out, and I'm getting the hell out of here too. So have a good evening, everybody. And this has been Sports the NEMO Way.